Grammys didn't start acknowledging rap to what, like 91, 92? Rap was around since 79. They didn't even acknowledge it. So, you got a long way to climb the hill to start getting acknowledged. I wouldn't even focus on that. I would just focus on being dope. Acknowledgement is for the weak.
Shut up and be dope.
Shut up and be dope.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Tamira, aka Girl from Harlem.
What up, y'all? This is Ray Daniels. Let's get it. Let's get it.
The culture referee.
Yes, I'm a culture referee. Let's do it.
That you are. So, you went to a birthday dinner last night. How was Chubby's birthday party?
It wasn't a birthday dinner. It was something Polo did. I just showed up, and then it so happened to be Chubby's birthday. So I was like, shit, we in here. Shout out to my brother Chubby, baby, man. One of the greatest human beings in this business, man. Just a good person.
How did you meet Chubby?
This guy named Biddy connected us. We were like both want to come up. I remember I had a studio and he came through and, he was chubby for real back then. That was before, he lost the weight, but he just came through and he was just funny. He was just funny as fuck. I was like, man, I like this guy. He funny as hell.
It's good to have people that you kind of came up with and see each other doing their thing.
Your peers, your class. I always tell people, fuck with your peers and people in your class.
I agree. I was being nosy earlier. Why you look like that?
Go ahead. You back.
I was being nosy earlier and I overheard you say something. So I have no clue what context it was in. I just want to know what it means. What does Halloween music for Christmas mean?
No. So I said, where there used to be just like 4 or 5 genres like rock, R&B, rap, pop. Now there are thousands of genres where it could be like Halloween rap with a twist of Thanksgiving in there, and it's working. This Halloween music is like killing it the month of October, September, October, killing it. Like, bro, they make all their money. How Mariah Carey make all her money for All I Want Is Christmas. That last month and a half of the year, Halloween music is killing. So I'm just saying to artists like, yo, you can make any kind of music and just win.
What do you think that's gonna do for music culture, like the Grammys and putting people in categories?
I think that those guys that's making that kind of music is not even caring. And if they do care, they're trying to figure out how to get bigger, and then the Grammys acknowledge you. The Grammys didn't start acknowledging rap to what, like 91, 92? Rap was around since 79. They didn't even acknowledge it. So, you got a long way to climb the hill to start getting acknowledged. I wouldn't even focus on that. I would just focus on being dope. Acknowledgement is for the weak.
Shut up and be dope.
Shut up and be dope.
Who said that?
I did.
Good. Wait, you said something right before that. You said, right before I said shut up and be dope, you said something good and I can't grab it.
Well, I do say shut up and be dope.
No, right before that, you had said something before I cut you off. Oh, acknowledgement is for the weak.
Yeah. Bruh, who cares? You know who the GOAT is?
You have some audacity because you have a house full of plaques.
Yeah, because I only ordered plaques twice in my career though. Let's be clear. You know who the real GOAT is? Tyler Perry.
Amen.
You wanna know why?
Why?
Because Hollywood looked down on him and the movies he was making and didn't want to have anything to do with it. And instead of him doing what 99% of people do, which is let me appeal to what I think Hollywood wants, he was like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna appeal to my audience, my people, and I'm gonna make what they want. I don't care about an Oscar, I don't care about an Emmy, I don't care about none of that. I care about making content for my audience. And he's richer than all of them.
But it really, really worked. If you remember back in the day with the plays and how
it's my point. Stop worrying about who ain't with you. Tyler Perry literally is the GOAT. He doesn't care. He cares about his audience and making something for them. He's never gonna win an Oscar. He might, but here's the thing. He's okay not winning the Oscar.
That is such a good point.
He doesn't care. That's why he's the GOAT. Meanwhile, everybody's working to impress each other, and he's like, fuck that. I'm gonna make music for the people that I know I'm gonna make movies for the people that I know want my movies, and I'm gonna get rich. And because no one believes in it, I'm gonna cut deals that favor me, and I'm gonna keep the whole pot. Think about this. Tyler Perry has a studio. Will Smith, one of the biggest actors of all time. Samuel Jackson, George Clooney, Brad, all these guys, huge actors, don't have even one tenth of what he has. And he built it off his audience. That's what you should be focusing on, building with your audience. Not caring is power.
Not caring is power. That's a good one. I was still being nosy today and listening to you. And I heard you say, I worked for other CEOs and I didn't learn shit from them. What do you want people who are working under you to walk away with?
That I just don't talk it. I feel like the hardest part for me coming up, one of the hardest parts for me coming up was getting in a room with people who I call goats and realizing they don't know shit. They was just in the right time they was in the right place at the right time. So for me, when people interact with me, I just feel like, you could at least say, well, I know how he got his. And that might be ego stroking. That's cool with me. But I take pride in being smart, and I take pride in knowing my shit. Because if I know my shit, nobody can take it from me.
When you say know your shit, because you aren't like college educated, but you definitely put your work in. So like, when you say smart, some people might think that's objective because you don't have necessarily the degrees. So what do you say to people who kind of are feeling that way? Like, okay, I don't have the degrees. I might not have the education to be in the rooms with these people.
But when I open my mouth, he know his shit. It doesn't matter. If you look at the top of food chains, usually the most least educated person is all the way at the top. Because sometimes school and things of that nature just teach you how to follow a system. And the only people that really get rich are the people that create their own system.
So we've been having this discussion about the Mace and Fabio thing that's going on.
Okay.
So before you watched the full interview, what were your thoughts on the situation?
What Fabio did was what a lot of artists do. Let me just say this. Just because you making money from music doesn't mean you're in the music industry. Right? Just because you're making money. I know a lot of people who are making money in music but have no fucking idea how it works, where it comes from, or who it's coming from. So what I think what happened with Fabio is what happened with most artists. They just kind of talk without knowing. Now, can you feel like Mace did you wrong? Say that all day. But when you say he did me wrong because he gave me this or he did this, it's almost like, it's almost like growing up and you're like, man, my mom was hard on me. My mom made us do such and such and such and such and such and such. And then somebody's like, what? My mom did worse than that. Then you're like, damn, my mom might not have been that bad. Mm-hmm. So I think sometimes before you say you're in a bad situation, find out what a bad situation really is. Because you're making money, you're up, and eventually you'll be out that deal and you'll be able to go onto your own. Like I said, I don't want to say shut up and dribble, but hey man, fuck all that. Drake was signing Cash Money. He ain't with Cash Money no more. Drake had a lot of people in his pocket. He got out, he dropped projects and got them out of his pocket.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of artists do. Smart artists don't talk about their problems. They just drop music, get hot, build, and build.
All right, so I'm kind of confused because I like to just explain it to me. What role was Mace trying to play in that? Because
okay, so this is what from what I can tell, this is what Mace does. Mace is a guarantor, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say Tamira is a singer. Tamira is like, hey, I'm a singer, I'm dope. People are like, yo, you're dope. Ray Daniels being your partner makes it like, well, price had to go up because he's involved. Mm-hmm. So what Mace did was he made the price go up. Mm. And he controlled, like you see, the guy that did the deal, he called him on the phone and they still cool. That's a relationship that lasted since when Tubby was that bad boy. Mm-hmm. He just called his friend and he made the price go up and got him what they wanted. And that's it. Simple as that. He made the price go up, and then he did what I think you rather people do. See, sometimes you want somebody to just get the fuck out the way. Like, give me the money and then let me handle it from here. You don't want everybody all in the videos, all that other stuff. So you gotta look at it from that standpoint. Mason got him a deal, and then he probably did get ghost on him. But dog, how about this? Is the crazy part. I fuck with Fabio Foreign, and I didn't even know he signed to Mace.
Me neither. This was all news to me.
No one did. Mm-hmm. You really look like you built it on your own. Run with that narrative. Lady Gaga did.
Speaking of that, Mace said that the problem is that everybody wants to act like they built this shit on their own. Why do artists, you just told artists to do that. Why is that a good thing for artists to do?
Do what?
Act like they built it on their own.
I mean, it's not a good thing if you didn't really do it. Mm-hmm. Artists do it because artists are selfish. It's that simple. Like nobody, like you're signed to somebody when you ain't nothing, but as soon as you become the man and everybody around you, it's another boss that you signed to, and you don't want that guy around. He fucks up your narrative.
So Mace gets money because he's the kind of the referee in this?
He was the guarantor.
The negotiator? Well, guarantor means kind of like, I guarantee that this person's going to be good.
It's going to be done right.
Okay.
Your experience comes to the table.
So Mace said to him, I gave him back his percentages.
Yeah, he probably could have 360 them. He basically said, I didn't 360 him.
Yes.
I removed myself and took money from the check, from the people that got him the check. What good businessman wouldn't do it? It doesn't affect your money.
See how all it is before everybody's seen the interview?
Yeah, but what
with
I'm
him?
telling you is the problem is that people talk out their ass without knowing what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Educate yourself first. Like, he could have really fucked you based on what he said, but you also feel the way based on what you said. Talk to each other. Stop talking to the internet. Stop talking to the internet. That's all
I think
say.
that's the biggest problem we have in the Black community right now. If we have an issue, instead of me going to you and discussing why we have that issue, I either keep it to myself and then at some point release it on the internet and talk, and it blows up. So that was an issue for me, that everybody was willing to write Mace off because they were like, oh, he's Diddy 2.0. How could he do this? And he went through that. So I was happy that Mace was able to go in there and defend himself. Mace said that the answers might cause more problems.
But that's my point. Don't open up a door. Like, my thing is this. I say this to any artist listening, any artist anywhere. Stop talking about your business. I'll give you an example. My first major deal I did, that was like life-changing. It's for a lot of money, for 7 figures. I remember walking around like, man, we did the crazy deal. We did this, we did this, we did this. 5 years later, I'm still in the deal. I don't even realize that I'm supposed to get out one day. And then I have a lawyer look at it and be like, this deal is bullshit. You got this, and this. I need to get a new lawyer to do this, and this. Most of the time, you only know a deal is good because a lawyer told us. That's no disrespect, but that's just the truth. A lawyer tells you it's good, so you know it's good, right? Lawyers don't know. Lawyers got to go through experience also, right? That's why you get an experienced lawyer, they cost more. You get an experienced manager, they want more. You get experienced artists, they're gonna want more because now they know like, okay, that clause matters, but it really doesn't. But the only time it really matters is if you just keep going and build your stuff. Like, I didn't know that we was in a bad deal until year 6 or 7. By that time, I was in the habit of making records. So once they redid the deal, they cut us another check, and then we was out the deal in 2 or 3 years. When they did another deal, was out that deal in 3 years. When they did another deal, that was a year ago. You just gotta know it. Just because you're making money in music don't mean you know the music business. And I would rather you ask your lawyer questions first, and that's how you learn.
So there was something that happened with Fabio. He got put on by his friend JD. So JD went to go speak to Mace or some people to get signed, and he told them like, I want my friend right here. They rap too. I want them to get the same deal as me. That kind of remind me of when you first met Braxton. And Braxton came in and he was like, oh, I shoot videos, but hey, I got this rapper. And you were like, bruh, focus on yourself, because now where's JD? Nowhere to be found. Exactly. Well,
but that's another thing. Fabio, it was his time. Now, whether he gave it up to Mace not knowing, man, this shit is like confidence. This shit is really confidence. It's like sometimes you just need someone that you think is dope to say you're dope. For you to feel dope. Like, the music is different. It's not like sports where you can go on the court and you can prove that you're good enough, right? Like, damn, you have more points than everybody, more rebounds, you ran. But music is kind of like subjective. So sometimes that one time someone says, man, you the best. All of a sudden, like for Jay-Z, it was Jaz-O. It was just Jaz-O. Jay-Z was better than him, but it was just somebody to just kind of be like, yo, this kid is dope. What is that worth to you then, and what is it worth now? Then it was worth $5,000 an opportunity. Now it's not. Hey, bro, get through the deal. Keep it moving.
All right, I'm gonna ask you one more question because I know you gotta go. Is Mace a GOAT?
Is Mace a GOAT? I mean, you from Harlem? I'll let you answer.
No,
that.
don't do.
Okay, I would say this. Mace is dope to me. Mace is, I wouldn't call him a GOAT because you can't really say what he's the GOAT of. He hasn't done anything consistently enough. First album, fire. He quit after his second album. He didn't get a chance to go through that up and down moment. Then he kind of came back. And then he went away again. So I feel like he's a GOAT at being Mace. To me, that's what this is about. It's about being happy. But for me to put him on like my wall, it's like, nah. He didn't stay in it enough for me to feel like shit. You a GOAT. But I feel like in Harlem, like dog, he a GOAT. And he talked that he's a fire rapper. But it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. What really matters is did you fulfill your potential at a consistent basis? Mace could have been the first Nelly. You know, Nelly Nelly went from country grammar to now he doing country music. He been in it long enough where he can be that. Nelly is a GOAT. Mace didn't stay around long enough. For whatever reason, that might not have been his path, but for me to say Mace is a GOAT is like, But if I was from Harlem World,
the one
Mace did that. And if you look there, I feel like when he come, they need to roll out the red carpet and treat him like that. But if he come to College Park, we're just gonna be like, what's up, Mace? If Hove go to Brooklyn and pull up in Brooklyn and they gonna be like, Hove. If Hove come to College Park, we're gonna be like, Hove. He can go wherever he want. It's gonna be like, Hove's here. That's GOAT status. Mace is a GOAT way from. That probably would be what he want, but that's what I would say.
I agree. That was a good answer.
Boom. She told me that I wasn't gonna start answering. She told me, she's like, I'm gonna start backing you. And I'm like, I don't have a problem saying my opinion. I don't mind.
That is not what I said.
She said, I don't answer questions. So I'm like,
I said you need to pick a side and stay there. Make a stance.
But here's the thing. This is the best part about people. You pick your side based on the information you have. Everything I just said about Mace, my mind might change if he says, do you know that this, and this happened? No, I didn't know that.
If I would have asked him this
like,
question.
Shit, am I, thank you.
If I would have asked him this question before I had that conversation with him, he would have been like, well, I can't answer that because I don't have all the pieces on the table.
You're right.
I'm not asking you to have all the pieces.
You're right.
Don't start yelling now when it's my turn.
You're right. I just said you're right. You got it.
I don't talk to be told I'm right. I know I'm right when I start speaking. That is why I'm speaking. Telling me I'm right isn't going to shut me up.
No, I don't want it to shut you up, but I do want you to live in that moment of I'm right.
I know I'm right. That's why I speak.
Well, today this is Tamira 1, Ray 0. I'll take that.
Can I get a scoreboard in here?
All right, yeah, let's do it. All right, we out.